And we are live. Welcome, everyone. I need to shut down real quick. I have a echo coming through on my part. I just had to cancel that real quick. It is today. Gosh, what is it here already? We're already at Wednesday, September the 13th. Is that right already, Matt? I mean, just
I'm losing track of the days. They're all kind of blending into each other. But yeah, my computer says
no, Tuesday the 13th. Tuesday the 13th. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, this already this month is already up and flying. V will be here with us here shortly, but welcome all the listeners that are tuning in. We are putting on YouTube for the first few minutes before we jump over to our Twitch channel. So welcome everyone. It is that time of the week again for the great game with Matthew Arrett. Do me a favor, jump over to his site, the Canadian Patriot. .org. So jump over there. Many of you are already very familiar with it. I see a lot of the articles posted over in our Discord channel. Also, supporters that work over at the Rising Tide Foundation.net. Great seminars that they host on a weekly basis on Sundays. And then also Matt's Substack channel. So Matt, great day. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. A lot going on. I know we missed last week. So
well, you were busy. You were really busy. So it was no big deal. Sometimes you gotta take care of things. So no big deal.
All right. Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot to talk about. That's for sure. I figured today what we would do is sort of like we were discussing, before the show, break down a little bit of the insanity in Europe, especially around, in the last week ago, the Queen died. Now we got a new king, Charles III. So I figured we'd just poke some holes in that weird hereditary structure and the type of weird intellectual meshing that it seems to have spread, especially amongst a lot of the anti-Great Reset conservative class. I found a very strange reaction, not only to the death of the Queen and the rise of, or the induction of is that the word for it? Induction?
Induction, yep.
As the new king, but there's been a crazy tendency amongst a lot of what I thought were the more saner voices amongst the conservative groups to not only pay ass-licking lip service to the Queen as this great figure of stability, dignity, and stature, but also the British Empire. And you had Tucker Carlson.
It was weird. Yeah,
it was really weird, and he didn't just stop it, because I understand it. If you don't, you're against the idea of destroying monuments, launched by a bunch of anti-human critical race theory victims who just want to break down everything that smells of injustice of the past. I get it. You want to not do that, so that's fine. But then Tucker went so far as to say that the greatest thing to ever happen to Africa and India was the British Empire.
Wow. I just
total fail.
I mean, yeah, total fail. And I was wondering where he was getting his talking points from. I'm like, okay, where is this coming from? It was just way out in left field. I anticipated him covering a little bit, but he did. I think for two different nights, I think he went on. I think he was watching some of the social feeds and seeing how people were just railing against the Queen and saying, good riddance, the Queen is dead, and he goes on this entire monologue about basically worshiping the Queen and everything about the empire.
Yeah, it's just because social justice idiots hate something doesn't mean that thing is good. A broken clock can be right twice a day. And and then you have Paul Joseph Watson as well, who's done some pretty viciously good commentary, against the Great Reset, against, ironically, hereditary structures of power. And he even did a little thing where he said the British Empire was the greatest thing to happen to all human history. And then, you got also Jordan Peterson. Obviously, that's not a huge surprise, although he's typically, a bit more of what you'd consider a Republican Canadian. But even he went on a complete tirade saying anyone who believes that the monarchy should be absolved in Canada, or not absolved, but ended in Canada, is a idiotic nitwit with no respect for traditions. And it's here you are, somebody, Jordan Peterson, who's a friend to the U.S. Revolution. You've said so much that you are that you believe America is the greatest bastion of creativity and goodness. And you've said all of these nice things, but you've just revealed that if it were 1776 right now and you were living in New England in the 13 colonies, you would be trying to stop the American Revolution from happening and think everybody should just kiss the ass of King George.
Exactly. You nailed it. You nailed it. That is so true. Like, and that's what the point. I was like, am I missing something here?
Oh man, all these guys, right? Like these are the tragedy in my mind is like these are the best, sanest voices of America right now who need to be like the shapers of something good. Like they're not Malthusian, they're not technocratic, they're not into transhumanism, they're not into world government. There's a sense of nationalism that is a positive organizing force, despite it being super confused. And to be so wrong on something so fundamental, like what is the monarchy? What is the British Empire? And I figured, today what we could do is just go through a bit of what Charles represents. And I know you had a little video that you wanted to chuckle at.
Yes, I want to share this with our audience because it was just too fun. It's too fun not to share it. So let's.
Well, this is actually Charles speaking. This is actually Charles giving his address.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.